Welcome to Ayaverra. In this video, we'll explore the translation and Tafsir of these Quran verses. Let's begin.
وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ لَا تُفْسِدُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ قَالُوا إِنَّمَا نَحْنُ مُصْلِحُونَ.
And when it is said to them, "Do not cause corruption on the earth," they say, "We are but reformers." What does this verse mean? When the hypocrites are advised to stop spreading corruption through disbelief, sins, supporting the disbelievers, and harming the believers, they falsely claim that they seek only reform and that their actions are meant for good. The next verse teaches us,
أَلَا إِنَّهُمْ هُمُ الْمُفْسِدُونَ وَلَكِنْ لَا يَشْعُرُونَ.
Unquestionably, it is they who are the corruptors, but they perceive it not. What does this verse mean? Indeed, what they do and claim to be reform is actually corruption itself. But because of their ignorance and stubbornness, they do not perceive it. The next verse teaches us,
وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ آمِنُوا كَمَا آمَنَ النَّاسُ قَالُوا أَنُؤْمِنُ كَمَا آمَنَ السُّفَهَاءُ أَلَا إِنَّهُمْ هُمُ السُّفَهَاءُ وَلَكِنْ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ.
And when it is said to them, "Believe as the people have believed," they say, "Should we believe as the foolish have believed?" Unquestionably, it is they who are the foolish, but they know it not. What does this verse mean? When the hypocrites were told to believe as the companions believed, they mocked and said, "Should we believe as the foolish do?" Allah replied that true foolishness lies within them, but they do not realize that they are in error and loss. The next verse teaches us,
وَإِذَا لَقُوا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا قَالُوا آمَنَّا وَإِذَا خَلَوْا إِلَى شَيَاطِينِهِمْ قَالُوا إِنَّا مَعَكُمْ إِنَّمَا نَحْنُ مُسْتَهْزِئُونَ.
And when they meet those who believe, they say, "We believe." But when they are alone with their evil ones, they say, "Indeed, we are with you. We were only mockers." What does this verse mean? When the hypocrites met the believers, they pretended to believe. But when they returned to their leaders of disbelief, they affirmed that they remained committed to unbelief and were only mocking and ridiculing the believers. The next verse teaches us,
الله يستهزئ بهم ويمدهم في طغيانهم يعمهون.
But Allah mocks them and prolongs them in their transgression while they wander blindly. What does this verse mean? Allah repays them for their mockery of the believers and grants them respite, allowing them to increase in misguidance, confusion, and uncertainty. The next verse teaches us,
أولئك الذين اشتروا الضلالة بالهدى فما ربحت تجارتهم وما كانوا مهتدين.
Those are the ones who have purchased error in exchange for guidance. So their transaction has brought no profit, nor were they guided. What does this verse mean? These hypocrites exchanged faith for disbelief in a losing bargain. They gained nothing and instead lost guidance. This is the clearest loss. The next verse teaches us,
مثلهم كمثل الذي استوقد نارا فلما أضاءت ما حوله ذهب الله بنورهم وتركهم في ظلمات لا يبصرون.
Their example is that of one who kindled a fire, but when it illuminated what was around him, Allah took away their light and left them in darkness, so they could not see. What does this verse mean? The hypocrites who outwardly believed and then disbelieved are like people who lit a fire in the darkness. It illuminated their surroundings, but when it suddenly went out, they were left in darkness, unable to see or find the way to safety. The next verse teaches us.
صم بكم عمي فهم لا يرجعون.
Deaf, dumb, and blind, so they will not return to the right path. What does this verse mean? They are deaf to accepting the truth, mute in speaking it, and blind to seeing guidance. Therefore, they do not return to the faith they exchanged for misguidance. The next verse teaches us.
أو كصيب من السماء فيه ظلمات ورعد وبرق يجعلون أصابعهم في آذانهم من الصواعق حذر الموت والله محيط بالكافرين.
Or it is like a rainstorm from the sky, within which is darkness, thunder, and lightning. They put their fingers in their ears against the thunderclaps in dread of death. But Allah is encompassing of the disbelievers. What does this verse mean? Or, they are like a group of hypocrites who waver between faith and doubt, resembling people caught in a severe storm with darkness, thunder, and lightning, overwhelmed by fear and confusion. Allah encompasses the disbelievers, and none can escape His power. The next verse teaches us.
يكاد البرق يخطف أبصارهم كلما أضاء لهم مشوا فيه وإذا أظلم عليهم قاموا ولو شاء الله لذهب بسمعهم وأبصارهم إن الله على كل شيء قدير.
The lightning almost snatches away their sight. Every time it lights the way for them, they walk therein. But when darkness comes over them, they stand still. And if Allah had willed, He could have taken away their hearing and their sight. Indeed, Allah is over all things competent. What does this verse mean? The lightning is so intense that it nearly takes away their sight. Whenever it flashes, they walk in its light, and when darkness returns, they stand still in confusion. Had Allah willed, He could have taken away their hearing and sight, for He has power over all things. What lesson did you learn from this verse? Share your reflection below.